Hi, I'm Yvette Hernandez.
And I'm Jorge Gonzalez.
And you're watching American Hispanics, The Journey, where our Hispanic community tunes in weekly to hear what is good and to learn about the journey to the American dream. George.
Yvette?
What's going on?
What's happening, baby?
Man, oh, this big storm and everything. We got Harvey, who hit us really hard.
We got a lot of things happening all at once.
Everything
we have the good, the bad, and the ugly. But starting with Harvey, Harvey's been, all our people that are watching us from Texas who want to say, I'm sorry for what you're going through, and
we are.
Our prayers go to you and your family.
That's right. And listen, George, you know what? We've been talking about how the president, this and that with the president, but he's been out there getting down and dirty with the people. I mean, helping out, passing out food. I'm really proud of him, and I'm watching him do that. And I'm not a Trump supporter, if you guys know that, but I am very happy to see that he's been giving. You think that he really did give that money?
I believe that he gave $1 million out of pocket. As they said, it's not the first time they say that he gave.
Right.
I saw a clip on CNN, and CNN usually knocks them down. And they said that they did. Okay. Actually, not from his foundation, from his personal finances.
From his personal finances. So that's good. Thank you, Donald Trump. That's wonderful. I'm very happy for
that. A lot of our Hispanics, another thing in the news that I meant to mention is the fact that they're not going and prosecuting people that don't have papers.
That's right.
If you're in the middle of this storm and you lost everything you had, you can go to a shelter and still be treated as a human being,
That's
which is
right.
great.
We're coming together. I like that everyone's coming together and helping out and doing this and helping each other out. And I like that the president and who did you say, national?
The Department of National Security
Department of National Security said that they were going to give these people their papers, which is great because they've been out there helping and giving of their time to help with this hurricane concern. Why not help them out and give them their papers? Mira qué bueno está eso. Si tú ayudaste, te van a ayudar con tus papeles.
En otro lugar, y otra cosa bien importante que la gente no mira, es el hecho de que they have la Marina Mexicana, the Marine.
Yes.
They got 10,000 troops out there helping out.
Helping.
From the other side of the fence. So, it's good to see.
From all around the world. I mean, we're getting people from all around the world helping rebuild Houston. And that is an awesome thing. I love to see that America is really coming together like that and helping each other out. And it's going to take so much money, because you were saying it's going to take so much money to do that.
You have over 150,000 homes affected. You have insurance companies denying claims and not honoring claims because they don't have flood insurance.
Right.
There is a procedure on how to get insurance and how to be covered.
Right.
Realize that if you lost everything and you didn't have coverage, there's going to be aid set up by the government to help you out.
Do your work. Get out there. A los hispanos que están escuchando, yo va a haber una ayuda para ustedes. Por favor, hagan su tarea, miren y busquen y consigan la información que necesitan para que le puedan dar el dinero que necesiten para hacer volver a hacer sus casas.
Háganlo temprano.
Háganlo
temprano. Contact your insurance agent. Contact your adjuster early on the game, because they're going to be overwhelmed with so many claims.
That's right.
That if you don't do it early enough, you're going to be on a wait list.
Yeah, and a lot of people, I feel sad that if you've been paying for a certain insurance, you may not get anything back. So that's going to be sad.
Then we have Irma.
She's coming. So that's something that we're all worried about. I mean, George, my brother is so worried. He was calling me this morning. He lives in Newport, and he was like, call mommy and tell her that she needs to come into the United States. I'm like, dude, it's coming this way. I mean, Irma is coming through Puerto Rico. It's probably going to hit all those islands, the Bahamas, and possibly Florida.
I have my
and
brother.
Who knows if it goes up the East Coast.
I have my brother, my two sisters, and plenty of family in Puerto Rico. Same thing.
Right.
You hit with that much force, and you hit the island right through the center.
Right.
You're gonna. I mean, we have all kinds of islands affected. Right. Virgin Islands, Vieques, Puerto Rico, Haiti, Dominican Republic, and Cuba.
Lord.
And once again, you have to realize you have another set of storms behind fueling that storm.
Yeah.
So it's
and going back to what we were saying at the beginning with regards to the storm and the hurricanes and how everyone's coming together, we have a lot of Hispanics giving. We have J-Lo, we have A-Rod giving. We have, of course, and I'm glad that the president is giving as well. I hope that is true. I mean, like you said, we hope that is true. That
you have Shakira, you have Ricky Martin, you have a coalition of Mexican actors and actresses that are getting together.
Yes.
And to not only going and giving monetarily, but they're giving their time.
I gave online. So if you guys want to give to this cause, go online and give on Facebook. You can give on even on Instagram, I believe. There's a lot of ways to give. And I'm glad that we're coming together as a unit to help everyone out. And
Every dollar counts.
Every dollar counts. Don't say you don't have anything, because even a dollar may help feed someone. Even, you know what, they're rescuing the pets, they're rescuing the elderly, they're rescuing so many different people, and there's so many other organizations that are getting together to do what they got to do to help Houston get back to
Away
where
from
they
the
are.
storms, we got another storm brewing on North Korea once again.
Yeah,
the
that's a big storm.
Crazy Korean dictator.
The nuclear
Doing
hurricane.
nuclear testing.
Yeah, he's testing, and that was a 6.5 on the register
Richter
scale, whatever it is. I mean, ooh, that's scary.
It's scary knowing that you have all this amount of power and no control. You have to realize
¿Qué
that.
piensan? ¿Qué piensan ustedes de lo que está pasando en Korea? Let us know. Tweet us, dear Lord. Tell us what do you think is happening. Let us know what you think. The Hispanic community needs to voice their opinion with regards to what's going on.
And I would like you to go on Twitter, Facebook, take pictures of the devastation around you. Take pictures, make sure that you're safe first and foremost, but allow us to see what you can see through your lens, and we can inform and put it on our program as well.
That's right. We'd like to see. Stay safe. The first thing we want to know is for you to stay safe. Well, enough about the news. Let's talk about something really, really good. We've got Carlos Phoenix from the Lounge Network coming up.
I'm excited
such a
about
great
this interview. I'm telling you.
Yeah,
we're
this is going to be
changing.
awesome. You're watching American Hispanics, The Journey. We have a great interview coming right up, so please stay with us.
This is going to be a great interview. Don't change your channel. We'll be right back.
Welcome back to the show. You're watching American Hispanics, The Journey. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
I'm Jorge Gonzalez. Hi,
Hey.
Carlos, and welcome to the show.
Yeah.
How's it going? Thank you.
How's it
We've
going?
got Carlos Phoenix here from the Lounge Network.
Excited to have him here.
I'm so excited to have him here.
Thank you for
And
having me.
Carlos, you happy to be here?
I am, absolutely.
Good, I should let you talk, because you know what? I've drank too much coffee today. I'm like all over the place. How are you?
I'm doing great. How are you?
I'm so glad to have you here.
Thank you.
Thank you for coming. How did we meet? How did I meet you?
I think I saw you guys on Instagram, and I started following you, and then I made some comments, and we started talking, and it went from there.
See, I'm talking about. See, guys, he saw us on Instagram, and he found his way here to us.
The
But you know
power
what?
of the media.
The power of media, but he's very popular, guys. If you go on his network, you can see that he's been doing this for quite some time. How long have you been doing this, Carlos?
So I started the Lounge Network about 8 or 9 years ago.
Excellent. 8 or 9 years ago. That's a long time, and you do a lot of interviewing. But we want to know, what I wanted to tell everyone was that, you know what, we have a lot of Hispanics in hiding. We have a lot of Hispanics in this type of business that we don't know are Hispanics. I mean, by the looks of Carlos Phoenix, you wouldn't be able to say that he is Hispanics, but
He is
Carlos,
a great God
yes.
from the heavens.
Look at this. What? Carlos, where are you from?
So I'm from Queens, New York. My parents are Colombian.
Parents are Colombian. You were
Yeah.
born in New York City. And you lived there, and you were inspired there. What were you doing? What did you do in high school?
So in high school, I went to the High School of Art and Design. I studied illustration and advertising. While I was in high school, I worked in advertising. And from there, I just developed my skills as an illustrator and artist to eventually work in publications and album covers and things of that nature.
You always liked that.
Oh yeah, always.
I heard that you were on the subways, like just drawing pictures of everything all the time.
Yeah, I was drawing all the time, surrounded by a very large community of artists. People who are known in Marvel and DC, people who are known in the films that you're watching now with Marvel and DC. So
Where can they find your art or see your artwork? Because I saw some of it, and oh my God,
yeah,
it was
right now
breathtaking.
my art is you can go to carlosphoenix.com, and I have a little area where some of the artwork is in.
Wow.
Awesome stuff.
And that's good. That's what's up. So you started very young. I mean, I hear that you started working at 14.
Well, yeah, in advertising, I started at 15. I ended up doing work in advertising and television, filmmaking, and I did that for about 20 years.
Wow. 14. That's awesome. I mean, para ustedes que están escuchando, que son jóvenes, if you're young and you think that you can't start your career at that young, at the age of 14, this is a guy right here. Carlos Phoenix started, at 14. Actually, he started way before that, right? I mean,
I was drawing and crayons since I was 5.
Wow.
But then I grew into it being a career.
Let me ask you a question. Who inspired you? Like, who
There were some artists. So one particular one was Latino. His name was Boris Vallejo.
Okay.
Or Vallejo.
Wow.
I don't know how to pronounce it.
But as a child, was it your mom or your dad that got you into that?
Neither. I mean, I just kind of started. She would give me coloring books, and I started doing the coloring book thing. But I would color them photorealistically, so it wasn't just filling in the blanks. It was light and shade and that type of
How
thing.
do you come? What motivates you? What gives you that inspiration to draw?
Well, honestly, dreams. So I have very fantastic dreams, and then those dreams turn into art.
Let me tell you, in a few minutes, we're going to talk to Carlos about how he speaks Spanish as well. Being a son of two Hispanic people, of course, he had to learn some Spanish. But if you're just tuning in, you're watching American Hispanics: The Journey, and we're talking to Carlos Phoenix from the Network Lounge, or the Lounge Network.
The Lounge Network.
The Lounge Network. So, you guys, I hope you guys stay with us. The Journey, where our Hispanic community tunes in weekly to hear what is good and to learn about the journey to the American dream.
If you have a story to tell, make sure you hit us up on Instagram, Facebook, or Twitter, or even send us an email. You never know, your story could be aired on our next show.
We're back. Thank you for staying with us. I'm Yvette Hernandez, and we are with, of course, Carlos Phoenix from the Lounge Network. The Lunch Network, right? Did I say that right?
That's right.
Not the Lunch Network. For some reason, I think
The Lunch Network. I'm hungry.
George is a little hungry, but it's.
But I'm always hungry.
He's
Doesn't really
not the
matter.
lunch because it's not got nothing to do with food. But no, let me tell you, Carlos, you've got such a great concept, and we want to get to that point. I want you to be able to talk to everyone about what you do, because it's very fun and very interesting, and this is one of the reasons why we have you on the show today.
Cool.
But quiero decirle a las personas que te habla hispana que Carlos puede hablar en español. ¿Cómo tú aprendiste a hablar tu lengua? How did you learn how to speak Spanish, Carlos?
Bueno, mis padres son colombianos y pues nací con padres que no hablan en inglés.
No.
Entonces, lógicamente nací y eso es lo que ellos hablaban y aprendí así.
Aprendiste así. And I think that happens to a lot of us here in America, is that our parents both speak Spanish, and that's how we get forced into learning the language, which is great, because then we learn English and we learn some Spanish as well. As when we learn Spanish, and then we learn the English, of course.
Right.
And we have to. But did you have to do a lot of translating for your parents growing up?
Yeah, so as I grew up and then I learned English probably around the age of 5.
Wow.
Then, so going into school was very difficult because I didn't know English. But yeah, as you learn both languages, you end up being the translator for everything. The bills,
The doctor's office.
Oh,
Did you have to do that, George?
Oh, absolutely.
Yeah.
You got to see the doctor. So this is la mesa, the table. No.
Oh, yeah.
Well, the doctor says, oh, you just have a very basic, stomach ache. And I'm like, Mom, you have cancer.
Oh no!
Exactly. Yeah,
No,
you
you
see,
didn't.
this is not a needle.
Oh my God, that's
Sorry,
mean.
Mom. Nice knowing you.
Pobrecita.
You have 3 months to live.
Yeah.
By the way, just give me everything you got.
And this is what happens to the
That's
Hispanic
terrible.
mom. The chancla comes out.
Oh, then you get smacked in the face. Did you say that?
The flying
Tell me
chancla.
what he said.
The
Wait a
flying
minute. When
chancla.
and how about when you're telling her what he said and she thinks you're not telling her?
Oh, I
Tell
mean,
me what
like
he
if
said.
I get in trouble and I had to take my mother to school,
Right.
and they're telling her, oh, this is what he did, I would change it up and make me sound really good.
Oh, I didn't even think about that.
That professor
Carlos.
is evil.
See, no. He says I've been a good boy, Mom.
Papi, me van a dar una A.
See, they're gonna
Yeah,
give me an A.
they haven't put those grades in the book yet.
Yeah,
That's
right.
why the F.
And then
But
your
it
mom
says F is for Fantastica.
No es que se le olvidó la línea, mamá.
See?
Your mom comes out. That was a good meeting, and he really was in trouble.
I'm so proud of you.
They give me days off.
They give me days off.
You know, I was so good, they gave me 3 days off.
Terrible. You guys are terrible. My gosh, Carlos. So, I mean, you got into so many things, being Hispanic and being living in America, and you got into this type of work that you're doing now. What do you do now? Tell us what you do.
So after I was doing film and television and also illustration,
Right.
I got into a car accident.
Oh, no.
And kind of slowly left the industry. I ended up working at Good Morning America and a few other places doing post-production work. And then I moved to Georgia. When I moved to Georgia, I tried to get into the entertainment industry, but it's very different here. Long story short, I started doing my own video productions online,
Right.
focusing on independent artists and musicians. And a lot of those coincidentally ended up being Latinos just by the very nature.
Excellent. No, that's excellent. I mean, I've watched a few of your programs, a few of your interviews, and I just love them. And I love everything, all the graphics that you put on there, and how you have all their little videos happening all at once. And you're like a one-man band. on this internet thing, and it's live.
What I like about his setup is the fact that he's just spontaneous.
Right.
Boom, right on the spot, and it's not scripted,
Yeah,
which
so-
makes it so much cooler to watch.
I know, and I love it. So if you guys go on, what do they go on? Is there like some sort of...
Yeah, you can look on YouTube, The Lounge Network, all together, no spaces, or theloungenetwork.com. All the productions are done in real time, all the graphics, video playback, all done live, and we take commentary from people watching and asking questions as well.
We do the same thing, but you just send us a message and we'll get back to you next episode. Pretty soon we'll be there.
No, but I think, Carlos, you also sell the product as well?
So that's another business, Live Streaming Master, and I sell technology that I've invented to benefit live streaming.
Right, excellent.
That's awesome.
That is awesome. Carlos, it's been a pleasure to have you.
Well, thank you so much for
And
having
of
me.
course, you guys are watching Carlos Phoenix from the Lounge Network. Please go on and find him. He's a great guy. You're going to love what he does, and I certainly do. And I'm so glad he's here with us because after the show, we're going to talk to you. The Journey, where our Hispanic community tunes in weekly to hear what is good and to learn about the journey to the American dream. Hi guys, you're watching American Hispanics The Journey, and you're here with us today with, you thought you were going to get rid of Carlos Phoenix, but
We
you
kept
didn't.
him a
He's
little bit
here with
longer.
us. Carlos Phoenix from the Lounge is with us. He's going to do a little sazon con flavor with us. So when you hear merengue, what do you think of, Carlos?
Oh, well,
I
mean, obviously, all music from is dancing.
no, what do you think of? That's the bad question. I mean,
All right, let me
when you
rephrase
hear
that
merengue-
question.
Let me rephrase
Where do
that.
you think merengue
Comes from?
comes from?
When
We're
you hear
not-
merengue,
The halo.
where do
The
you think,
halo.
what country do you think it's from?
Merengue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
On the
Come
Isn't
on.
it Cuban?
Oh, no.
Dominicans, here you go.
Is
Dominican.
Where
it?
am I from?
Dominicans.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm Dominican.
I never really looked at.
I'll give you one thing.
I mean,
though.
everything's technically, to me, everything's based off of African.
But you know something?
Oh,
You're
yes, it is.
You're
Yes,
absolutely
it
right.
is. Yes, you're absolutely right. Yes.
The source of salsa. People think salsa's Puerto Rican. No, they're wrong.
Really? I thought
not.
it was for so many years.
No.
School us, please.
Salsa was created out of rumba, which is a Cuban infused. You have mambo, not rumba, mambo, and then it goes to Puerto Rico and salsa created, and all of a sudden it's a merge of both cultures.
But salsa is basically known for Puerto Ricans, though.
Absolutely.
Ustedes pueden saber que si usted dice salsa, todos los boricuas se van a parar allá.
Or they go to the kitchen because somebody's cooking.
Food and music. It
Why
goes
does
together.
bachata always look like your hip is broken?
Because that's exactly what it is.
That's
It's
what
like-
it is. Somebody who had a broken hip.
Like this, you know, lift that leg.
Ay, pobrecito. Tell us what you think about that.
you know
Hit us up
something?
on,
You have-
on
you have
Instagram in Texas and let us know what you think about the bachata being being the hip broken
You see,
kind of dance.
she knows me now and she holds me because
Lo tengo que agarrar las manos,
something bad is coming up.
Sí.
Control them.
Control.
But then you have so
No,
many
no,
other
thank-
rhythms, though.
There's a lot of beautiful music out there. You know, there was a very interesting dance that.
Like kizomba.
No, ¿cuál es ese? El que, I don't even know if that's Spanish. La ran, tan, 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 tan,
tango.
tan, tan, el tango.
Tango
El tango es
argentino,
hispano.
claro.
¿De dónde? ¿De dónde?
Spain.
Argentina.
Argentina.
Argentina,
See,
el
you
tango
thought it was
es-
in Spain. I did too. That's what you get. Well, that's what you get when you live in America and you're Hispanic. You don't know a lot.
You see, and
But
then-
that's okay. We're learning today. What'd you say?
As you go along with the different dances and the different cultures, it is so much fun to see how a variation of a dance, reggae, mixed with merengue,
Yes.
and there goes your reggaeton from the streets. And now reggaeton is so popular.
It is popular, but
Look, I'm-
reggaeton was a mix of reggae. Yeah, wasn't it?
Yeah, and then you have the urban rapping,
Right?
and now you have reggaeton going in every direction.
Every
Colombians do reggaeton, Argentinians do reggaeton,
So,
Puerto
okay, so
Ricans
what was the
obviously.
summer hit?
Oh, come on.
Despacito, baby.
Despacito. It's got a little bit of everything in there.
We have actually gotten
With Justin Bieber.
further.
Well, yeah, he's in one of the versions of it.
Correct.
But Despacito, on my Facebook profile, I found a Jewish party singing Despacito.
Oh my God, they have.
I found
that would've been
heavy metal
funny.
version of Despacito. I found it's a Latin that went to like every version of
The
music,
coolest,
every
the
style.
coolest one I've seen so far. They're in India, and they have a bunch of little metal drums, and they're playing it with a bunch of little drums and stuff. So it's
Are you
kinda
kidding
quite
me?
cool.
So that's Latin music spreading worldwide.
It sure is, guys. Oh my gosh, that
We
was so
are
awesome.
taking
Let us know
over
what
the
you
world.
guys think. Get on Instagram, hit us up on Facebook and everything, and let us know what you think about the different dance styles and the different kinds of music. We hope we've inspired you today. I mean, especially with what Carlos' story. He came from an upbringing and a young man in New York City in the subways, drawing and coming to the conclusion, being a businessman now and selling things. We want to inspire you guys to get your own business, do your own thing, get out there, push forward. Don't be afraid to come out of the shadows, we say, because a lot of Hispanics are out there thinking, I don't have my papers, I can't do it. But you know what? You can. Look at all those immigrants that got helped by Donald Trump this weekend with regards to the hurricane. They came out to help, and they're going to get their papers. So you never know. Just be out there, come out and do what you got to do. Guys, we just want to thank you for watching us. Thank you so much.
I want to say, you know what? We need your input. We need to know how we're doing, and we would love for you to follow us on our different social media, Twitter, Instagram, Facebook. Follow us and subscribe to our channel. Send us your requests. Tell us about your journey.
Yes, that's right. We also like to invite our local businesses that are out there catering to our Hispanic community. Please hit us up on Instagram. Hit us up on all the social medias that George just told you. And we'd like to hear your story. We'd love to hear your journey. We'd like to come out and visit you and see what you're doing. Stories can be told like our friend Carlos Phoenix here told us.
Make sure you go check him out as well and see his drawings. I'm telling you, you'll be surprised how great they are.
You guys are watching American Hispanics, The Journey. I'm Yvette Hernandez.
I'm Jorge Gonzalez.
Hasta la vista.
See you later.